Yo, what's up everyone? Rohan here, real quick. Basically around a week ago I started a palm trees contest, and for this contest I put out my palm tree song but with an open verse, and I was like, whoever spits the best verse on here gets to be on the official remix and gets $30. Within 1 week we already have 10 submissions. So I'm going to be going through each of the submissions and explaining like what stuck with me and what I think about each of them. I'm not going to be giving the one that I like the most or like the least. I'm not going to be ranking them. So let's start. First one, David PROROK. Let's hear this.
I can't let go. Another episode, stiff and bent, don't know. Different every flow, kids and miserable. Grandma missile. For
this one, I liked how raw it was, how authentic it was, and how energetic it was, and how unique it was. It was an interesting submission, and the flows you used were definitely unique and unconventional. I do think it was offbeat at times, but the energy was really cool for it. And I liked when the beat switches in the second half, the flow you use for that, like the way you transition the beat switching was super cool. Next we have HENALS.
Be taking all my green, you be making fire, but your fire just ain't songs to me. Call me Robin Williams.
So for this one, I liked the lyrics. The lyrics were my favorite part of this one. The palm tree line was great wordplay. And your flow was pretty consistent throughout the whole thing, which I really liked. I would have liked if you were more passionate on it, but it was still a great submission. And yeah. Next we have Psycho Blade. So for this submission, I think that you need to work on your enunciation a little bit more. The flow was not really offbeat, but I feel like there's some parts that just need more enunciation work and also delivery. Like I just sound more passionate with it. The only other thing was you used a word on this song like a lot, and it was really obvious, and because of that it was hard to focus on the submission because you just kept on repeating a word. I just say more energy, more enunciation, and focus on the words you're using and try not to say the same thing too many times. This is MP.
Like little baby, you will never recover. Kid Rohan MP came back with another. I don't have much, but I'm so arrogant. Playing my songs, so you better be blaring them. You are not fearing me.
So that submission had flow, that submission had melody, and that submission had pretty good lyrics. I would say if I were to pick something, there was just one part where the tuning was a little off, but that's fine. And what else should I say? There was, and I feel like the delivery could have been and you had good delivery, like you changed it up, and it was very versatile, but I feel like you could experiment more with that. But still, great submission. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to have it as a part of this competition. Next we have RO-B.Z.
You be behind, but act like you passed us. You be behind, but act like you passed us. I was dreaming of the blue skies with the palm trees.
Okay, that part was crazy. Like, I have never heard anything on that level related to me in any sort of way. That was crazy. That was crazy. Big applause, RO-B.Z. That was amazing. That, first of all, was my favorite verse from you, RO-B.Z. Like, from production to flow to delivery, you killed it. Only crutch, I would say, is it was offbeat at times. I think compared to all your other verses, this is your best in every way. And I'm so happy that this contest brought that out of you. I enjoyed listening to it. I'm going to use that production part. So you made this song. You are technically a winner. As far as the verse, we haven't figured it out yet, but that was crazy. So RO-B.Z is our first official winner in this contest. And as far as the verses, we don't know yet. But for that little production part, for sure is going to be in the final part of the song. So, wow. Next we have Buddy CORO. I'm going to cut the reaction to later on, actually. I'm not even going to show you my reaction to it because I actually recorded a reaction to it on the night I heard it, and I listened to it a few times, and this was one of the times I listened to it. Wow. The fact that you came in right after, like early, was like, that part was crazy. And your delivery, the auto-tune was perfect. The energy that you brought to it perfect, the humor you brought to it perfect, the lyrics you brought to it amazing. Only crutch, Again, a little offbeat for some parts, but I think that's kind of Lil Wayne's flow. I'm not too mad about it. I could grow into it, and it's just a minor thing if I were to pick something. And I picked something for everyone's submission so far. So, wow. That contributed like so well to the song. And I love that submission. So, great job, buddy CORO.
I got sleep, I was chilling with the beach when we smoking CORO. Only swimming cat dog, just don't call Peter. Cause you see turtles get shell shock and the seagulls go all flock. And the court case to the bell high, kick my feet out.
This is SCOOTY Sargent, our last one for today.
These babies back to school, yeah. You're a rapping scholar. I'm back on top the roster. All these rappers doomed. I set my ass in class with you and we gon' pass the ball like track meet athlete afternoon, but we ain't run.
I think you did great. The flow was on point. Energy was like just there. Like it was like what you need. Like it was kind of more of sly energy, not super hype, but you didn't need to be hyped for this song. Lyrics were great. That's one of my favorite submissions. Wow. DTOXIFY now. Ooh. Wow, I think that submission was great. I thought you'd be fast flow on that one, but you weren't, and it worked really well. I like the sauce you carried with it, and it was just the right amount of energy. I think enunciation, if I were to nitpick something, again, I did this with all the submissions, but I could look over it. That was a great submission. Wow. Yeah, that was a great submission. That's it for wave 1 of the Palm Trees contest. I really enjoyed it. By the way, the contest is not close to over. It ends October 4th. So I just want to review part 1, wave 1 of the submissions, and I wanted to review them in parts by the week. Thank you to everyone who's participated, and it's still going. October 4th is the deadline. And everyone who submitted who does not make the final remix will be on a cipher exclusive on my email list. So everyone you've heard will be on either the cipher or the winning verse and the winning song. So thank you so much, everyone, and see y'all next week for the next wave of people.
I was dreaming of the blue skies with the palm trees and the bad apple rappers thinking they could